Hey, what is up, guys? It's Brendan here, and today we're going to be doing a Shopify review, taking a look at the pros and cons, pricing, really everything you need to know when considering getting started with the Shopify platform. Now, I personally have been using Shopify for well over 5+ years, so I have seen how Shopify has continued to grow, scale, and innovate in the marketplace. So Shopify really is the gold standard for e-commerce platforms. Of course, we're going to be breaking down everything you need to know, as well as taking a look at a few different store examples of some of the most popular Shopify stores out there. We'll also be taking a look at a demo store that I have for the channel to create tutorials, just to give you an idea of what the back end looks like on the Shopify dashboard, so that you can get a better idea of what that looks like if you're considering going with the Shopify platform. Now, of course, before we dive into things, I do want to mention, if you don't already have a Shopify store and you're looking to get started with Shopify, you can go and check out that first link down in the description box below. That's brendanvalesky.com/Shopify. That will take you right over to this page here, where you can get started with a Shopify free trial and try Shopify completely for free. You can start a free trial. Of course, they are currently running a promotion as well, where you can bring your ideas to life for $1 a month. So, of course, that's up to you to decide if you want to get started with them. You can check out that link below, and it's a great way to get started for cheap if you want to try out Shopify with low commitment as well. So, again, that's that first link in the description, brendanvalesky.com/Shopify. And without further ado, let's go ahead and dive into the review of Shopify. Now, Shopify, of course, just taking a look here on their homepage, they power a ton of different e-commerce stores, from Mr. Beast to a bunch of other creators and people just selling physical products, digital products, whatever it is, whether you sell online, offline, or everything in between. As you can see here, as Shopify mentions, you can use Shopify to build your business. Now, they are an online store builder. You can create an online store with them as well, build out a website, and they have a variety of different plans that really suit the user depending on what your specific needs are. Again, we'll be breaking down that, as well as the different options that Shopify has as far as the pricing plans and different options that you may want to use with Shopify as well. Now, of course, just taking a quick glance here at their homepage, of course, they power a lot of different online stores out there, tons of different countries, no matter where you are personally located or wherever your customers are located. They have a really well converting checkout as well. Additionally, if you are a brick and mortar business, they do also offer point of sale systems, so you can do that in a retail store, so you can sell physically as well with Shopify. Again, they have a lot of different customer acquisition things to build customer email segments, and just ways to better interact with your customers and data, reach new people, and track your overall analytics with the social media integrations as well that Shopify has to offer. Of course, you can fulfill your orders, oversee your overall store operations, and track and manage your money. Of course, they have a variety of different Shopify store founders that you can check out here on the Shopify homepage to see for yourself. We're going to be diving now into the quick pros and cons. Now, personally, I have, again, been using the Shopify platform for quite a while, and I will say that they are a very easy to use platform. Even if you're a brand new beginner to e-commerce, they are very easy to understand. We'll be diving into the dashboard a little bit later in this video, but overall, that's one of the best things about the Shopify platform. It is very simple and easy to use, especially if you don't have any coding experience or you don't have any website building experience. You can pick up and learn how to use Shopify quite easily. I also have a bunch of different Shopify tutorials on the channel. If you want to learn more about that, of course, feel free to check out my channel and look at the other Shopify videos showing you how to use it. And just in general, there's a lot of good templates as well going along with making the platform easy to use. Those templates also contribute to making the Shopify platform easy to use. They have a bunch of different free themes that you can use as well on the platform to get started with your online store. In addition to the themes, templates, or just general ease of use, they also have over 8,000 apps. They've continued to add to the overall app marketplace year after year, as external developers as well as Shopify developers themselves have continued to add apps to the ecosystem. This is great if you need certain specific integrations. You will not be hard pressed to find the app that you may need on Shopify. This cannot be said for many other e-commerce platforms out there, because Shopify really is one of the biggest platforms. They just have a ton of different people that are, whether it be Shopify app developers specifically or just external companies that build out Shopify apps, because they are so popular, you are going to be able to find an app for your specific needs if you may need one or if you want one. Just having the additional app marketplace and availability just makes it a lot easier to extend certain uses of your store and get access to things that other e-commerce platforms just don't have access to because they don't have the app. So you're clearly at an advantage with Shopify just because of the apps and the app marketplace alone. We'll be taking a quick look at the Shopify app store as well, just to give you an idea of what types of apps that you could add to your store. In addition to that, they also have 24/7 customer service. I have had to call Shopify before, and they are great to interact with. They're very helpful and friendly in general if you need to interact with their customer service team, whether that be email, by phone, however you need to. They do have a great customer service and support team to help you if you have any specific problems or needs, or you need help with your Shopify store as well. So I just want to mention that too. If you want to know and make sure that you will be covered by their customer service team. Now, in terms of the cons, some of the cons that come with the Shopify platform, the apps can be expensive. This is one of the biggest gripes that a lot of people have, is that now this has gotten a lot better over time as Shopify has continued to grow, scale, and innovate. They've made a lot of the quote-unquote necessary apps just built into the regular basic Shopify platform, where you don't necessarily even need apps to use your online store in its full functionality. Now, of course, some people do need certain apps depending on your specific business needs, and then those apps that you may need can be expensive. A lot of them do have monthly recurring subscription fees that then add onto the total Shopify monthly subscription fee. So then that can add up quite quickly. You may be spending hundreds of dollars a month just to keep your store running, depending on what apps you may add to your Shopify store. Again, you don't need Shopify apps to use the Shopify platform. The basic Shopify ecosystem really has become so great at this time now that you don't necessarily even need external apps to just use a Shopify store. But that is one con to consider, is that if you do need them, they can be a little expensive. So it's something to consider depending on what apps you may need in your Shopify store. Depending on your business, again, you don't necessarily need them. So something to keep in mind. Again, next we have a lower number of free themes. So Shopify currently has 11 free themes available, and they are pretty solid. We'll take a quick glance at them a little bit later in this video as well. But it's a little less than maybe what you would find with other platforms out there. They currently have 11, which is solid in my opinion, but free themes, I know a lot of you guys like to play around with your different themes and kind of get a good look and feel for your online store. Of course, there are a ton of different ways to customize the Shopify free themes to really make it look like your overall look and feel that you want. They do have a theme builder that I have covered extensively on the channel as far as customizations and different things that you can do to make your store stand out or just to make it custom to what you want. So I wouldn't get too concerned with the limited number of free themes. It just may take a little bit more time for you to customize your Shopify store in the theme builder to get it looking how you want it for your online store. You might not necessarily get that out of the box unless you're paying for it with a paid theme. So something to consider just to temper your expectations there. Now, next, another thing that really is a pretty big gripe with Shopify, depending on your product ecosystem and how many products you have or what your specific needs are for your business, is the limit of 3 product options. So this is like if you're selecting a t-shirt, you have the size, the color, and maybe the fit or the cut. Maybe it's slim fit, maybe it's regular fit. You are limited to 3 different options, or within those different types. So you can have up to 100 variants in Shopify, but you are limited on the different product options. So if you have maybe custom handmade jewelry, things like that, then you may need an external app to add those additional product options to your Shopify store. It's something to consider. Again, that's a pretty niche case scenario for a lot of people, but it is something I want to mention in the cons because it is something that a lot of people definitely have a problem with Shopify, is the overall product options. Now, next, another thing as well is transaction fees. Now, honestly, you're really not going to get away from transaction fees no matter what platform you use. Shopify's, depending on what plan you're using, can be a little bit expensive. If you're using one of their lower tier plans, you really only get the best discount on transaction fees when you're paying a lot more money for a Shopify plan. Speaking of Shopify plans, that's what we're about to dive into. So taking a look at the Shopify pricing plans, they currently have both monthly and yearly options. Now, I do have another video going super in depth on the different pricing plan options within Shopify, but I am going to cover it here in this Shopify review, of course, to give you a good idea of what they have available. Now, currently Shopify has 5 plans available. They have the basic Shopify. They have the Shopify plan, which is more or less just regular Shopify. And then you have the advanced plan, as well as if you scroll down here, you also have the starter plan, which is relatively new. I do have another video going more in depth specifically on the starter plan as well, and Shopify Plus. So as you can see here, of course, this pricing is accurate as of the making of today's video. Now, most people, by and large, if you want to have a website and online store, most people are going to be going with the basic plan. As you can see here, that's most popular. Now, you can save money by going with their yearly option, and it is a pretty steep discount at 25% currently versus, or if you just paid monthly as well, you can see, of course, that pricing does follow. Of course, this pricing again is accurate as of the making of today's video, so you can save a little bit money, 25% currently with the yearly option if you want to pay yearly up front. Or if you just want to pay monthly, then you could do that as well. They have both options there, at least for the basic, Shopify, and advanced. And then, of course, with the starter plan, regularly it is currently $5 a month. Again, and then at the Shopify Plus plan, that is more for enterprise, high volume businesses. That starts at $2,000 a month. So if you're an enterprise level solution, look into Shopify Plus, but explore it. Or maybe if you are just a smaller store looking to do social media messaging apps, just selling products that way, then the starter plan can be a really cheap, good option for you as well. Now, most people will be utilizing the basic plan within Shopify if you want to have an actual online store. Now, if you don't need your own online store and you're just going to be selling through social media, or if you just want to test the waters out, the starter plan can be a really good option because you can sell products through social media and messaging apps. And the great thing about Shopify in general, no matter which plan that you go with, or even if you're just starting out at the starter plan, is that you can always upgrade your plan later. That's one of the best things of Shopify, is that if you continue to build out your business and grow it and scale it, you can always grow and scale with Shopify and move up the plan ladder. Maybe if you're just starting, then you can start out at the smaller starter plan. If you don't necessarily need a website, but if you do, then go with the basic plan. And then you can always grow and scale as you go along, continue to grow your business. You're not limited really in any way with Shopify as far as the different plan options, because they do have options available for both really small businesses and much larger, higher volume businesses. So you have a good ecosystem that you can trust to build your business on with the Shopify platform. And that's not something that every other e-commerce platform could say, especially if you're considering all the different features that they have to offer as well. If you're just looking at it from a purely pricing perspective as well, just looking at it like what's the cheapest, what's maybe more expensive, and continuing to grow depending on the solutions that you may need for your specific business, you're not going to be limited with Shopify in the long run, which is definitely something to consider. They do also alternatively have commerce components as well, which is modular-based pricing, depending on component usage. It's a little bit more advanced. You do have to contact their sales team for that if that's something that you're interested in. So that is generally the pricing overall. They are a little bit more expensive than maybe some of the options and solutions out there. But again, Shopify does also include hosting and everything you need for your Shopify store. So you don't have to pay for anything externally. You can do everything just through Shopify. Again, if you are interested in getting started with a free trial for Shopify, you can set up your store and pick a plan later at that first link down in the description box below. That's brennanvalesky.com/Shopify. Now, continuing through the Shopify review, next we also have the free themes. So again, I did mention before, there are a bunch of different free themes that you can use with the Shopify platform that you don't need any coding experience either to get started with their templates. Okay, so I like to use the Dawn theme. There are a bunch of other different free themes that they have available as well. As you can see here, you got Taste, Color Block, Studio, Craft, Publisher, Sense, Crave, Ride, Origin, Dawn, like I mentioned, and Refresh. Plenty of different options for you to choose from to play around with that are completely free that come with Shopify as well. Don't need any coding experience. You can customize it. You can start using their templates, and you can also use the theme builder if you want to customize and drag and drop things around as well. Now, next, in addition to that, we also have the Shopify App Store that you also get access to. Over 8,000 apps currently, and it's always being added to. Now, I will say with the Shopify App Store in the app ecosystem, Shopify continues to stay ahead of the curve in general with their app marketplace. They have a ton of different app developers. Now, of course, as you can see here, popular with merchants across Shopify. If you are interested in doing dropshipping specifically, as you can see here, De-essers is one of the most popular apps on Shopify. I do talk a bit about dropshipping specifically on my channel as well. And Shopify is really the best platform for dropshipping specifically just because you have a ton of different apps and integrations for automating dropshipping. If you are interested in that, Shopify is the best platform for dropshipping, hands down, just because of the app integrations. Because you really, if you want to be doing it effectively and efficiently, you need those proper app integrations in your store. If you're not interested in that, they still have a ton of other different apps. Of course, if you're doing maybe print on demand, they have Printful as well. Printful's available on a lot of different platforms. You also have, of course, TikTok integration here, as you can see here. You also have different email marketing, translation services. You can sell your products across, Google, Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, Amazon, Walmart. You also have MailChimp for email marketing. Tons of different automations and integrations depending on what you may need. They also have pop-ups, email pop-up apps. They have different upsells and bundles, different affiliate marketing or influencer referral programs as well that you can get into. They also have one-click upsell setups. They have addition to that, they have different types of getting return customers, as you can see here, with certain apps or sending certain discounts. Again, the basic Shopify platform and ecosystem really is pretty cool and gives you plenty that you need, even if you don't need, you don't necessarily need these apps, but they have tons of different apps available in the Shopify App Store that you can use. Just taking a quick look at the categories, as you can see here, finding products, orders and shipping, marketing, selling products, store design, and store management. Feel free to take a look through the Shopify App Store, but you will not be disappointed with the level of apps that are available in the App Store. Taking a look at a few different popular Shopify stores that exist out there. Of course, we have Gymshark is one of the most popular Shopify stores. If you just want to get some inspiration, of course, Gymshark is a great place for inspiration as far as Shopify stores. Another one is ColourPop, another popular one that's kind of like the makeup and beauty space. You've got Allbirds. They do shoes, natural shoes as well. Tons of different types of niches and product categories that sell and use Shopify. These are great stores to get inspiration and just to take in the fact that some of the biggest brands and companies out there use Shopify for their online store. Next, we also have G Fuel as well, and we also have my little test store that I use for tutorials on the channel, taking a look at the Shopify dashboard. If you're curious as to what Shopify looks like, this is what it currently looks like on the Shopify dashboard. You can track, and this is, of course, depending on what plan you end up going with, your dashboard may look a little bit different. But if you are going with really any of the plans, you will be able to manage at least some aspects of this. You have your orders, so you can track your orders here. You can do draft orders. You can set up your shipping labels as well. You can do abandoned checkout marketing, which is great to recover potentially lost sales as well. You have products, so you can manage your different products. If you go in, you can edit them here. You can add descriptions, make products available on your online store, make it available on other places. You can also add and manage your product category, which helps determine the tax rates depending on where you're currently located. You also have a variety of different variants, editing the listings here, and just generally managing your products on Shopify. You can also do auto write, which is a newer sort of like AI feature that they've implemented as well. You have your Shopify collections to manage different product categories. You can track your inventory, transferring incoming inventory as well. Depending on the plan, you can do gift cards with some plans as well, as specific pricing lists, like wholesale pricing lists. With certain types of plans on Shopify. You can manage your customers, your companies as well with certain Shopify plans. Again, not everybody has access to some of these features. You do have meta objects as well. You can manage your files on Shopify. So if you need to add like PDFs, JPEGs, you can manage your overall finances, analytics, and tracking your overall visitors and sessions. This is great if you're familiar with Google Analytics. This is just another way to track your overall analytics, sales data, comparing things over time, and how your store has done. As well, you have reports and as well as a live view, so you can see people that are currently on your store, what they're ordering, depending on where they are in the world as well, which is pretty cool. You also have different marketing campaigns that you can manage within Shopify as well. Different campaigns, so for email marketing or automations as well, such as like abandoned cart and getting people to check out. You can also manage discounts within Shopify. And a lot of this is just without even any apps. This is really just the basic version of Shopify. You can do all this within their dashboard. You can also manage your online store here and check out the themes and edit the themes as well. Just to take a quick look at the Dawn theme customization. This is what the theme builder looks like in Shopify as well. So just to take a quick glance here, you can scroll through, you can do drag and drop as well. You can move your collections around if you want to maybe move things around on your Shopify store. You can add buttons, different columns. You can feature reviews. You can have your blog posts on your Shopify store, email sign up, tons of different things that you can do on Shopify that you would really just come to expect from a proper website builder and online store builder in general. There's a lot of things you can come in here and edit. There are advanced things you can do as well. I cover some of that on the channel as well. If you want to check out some of my other more in-depth Shopify tutorials to learn more about the Shopify platform and how to best use it and how to edit your online store. But in general, it is pretty user-friendly once you get the hang of things. It's not too difficult. They also have a bunch of different theme settings. You can change the colors, fonts, look, and feel, just to give you a general idea of everything that you can edit on your Shopify store. Now, overall, Shopify is a pretty good platform, sort of like going into a final thoughts section of this video. Shopify is a great online store builder and great place to build your business with Shopify, whether you're selling online, offline, depending on what products. Maybe you make handmade products, right? If you're selling physical products, digital products, you can do all that within the Shopify platform. Now, I will say with a caveat is that Shopify is really great as an e-commerce platform. They're great as an e-commerce platform. They're not necessarily the best for blogging or creating just a content site. Or if maybe you have online courses, you're looking to sell online courses, there are other platforms that are more specialized in some of these other subcategories within building websites or selling things online and building maybe a business in general. Shopify really shines the best for physical product sellers or even some digital product sellers, whether it be PDFs, ebooks, or just even books in general. So there's really and merchandise as well. any kind of physical product specifically is where Shopify definitely shines the most in terms of building an e-commerce store, whether you're in clothing, makeup, all these different examples that I showed you in this video as well from different niche categories, or even if you're selling like drinks or powder, food powder, things like G Fuel, use Shopify. So there's really a wide variety of different niches and product categories that you could use and sell with the Shopify platform. In general, it's up to you to decide. They also have a lot of different pricing plans, which we went through in this video. No matter which type of size business that you are, whether you are small, medium, or large, Shopify does have good pricing plan options. Again, it's up for you to decide. If you need maybe some of those other aspects, maybe look elsewhere, but Shopify really is really good at what they do within the product space and selling things online. Again, if you do want to sign up with Shopify, you don't already have a Shopify store and you want to save a bit of money, you can get started or just try out Shopify completely for free at that first link down in the description box below. That's brennanvalesky.com/Shopify. That will take you to this page here where you can get started with a Shopify free trial and try Shopify for free today. Again, that's that first link down in the description box below. That is an affiliate link. It's a great way to help out and support the channel. If you guys enjoyed this Shopify review, be sure to smash that like button, or if you found this video helpful in any way, again, be sure to smash that like button, hit the subscribe button as well, and the notification bell so you're notified whenever I upload a new video. But anyway, guys, that is all for today's video, and I will see you in the next one. Peace out.